Thought I would show you the difference today between the cheap white inks and the expensive one that I stick with. I bought a bunch of inks on Amazon. I wanted to try them out. This one came with, I don't even know the brands. These don't really have brand names attached to them. They were just recommended by Amazon. So this one is, you see it says bottom on there. It came with, I don't remember how many, but it came with some that said middle. This is supposed to drop all the way to the bottom. And then the other one was supposed to drop all the way to the middle. So what I did was I made these really deep ashtrays with all the same colors, so that you can see the difference between white alcohol inks and how they drop different. So this, like I said, was a kit that came with several different whites. I want to say maybe 6 whites, 6 bottoms, and 6 middles, but nonetheless, that's what that is. And this is how it turned out. Definitely did not drop to the bottom. Look at this. Definitely did not drop. So I got my money's worth there because these were super cheap. But you can see there's no drop. These are, so it's still pretty and I'm still going to use it. It's still going to be a gift. So it's still pretty, but that's what the white from this cheap kit, bottom and middle, that's what that does. So then I bought another kit that came with 24 inks. It's also not really named, not a name brand, just says resin dye on them. And it came with 4 of these white ones, and then it came with 16 colors. And I did really like the colors that it came with. That's what I used here in this. I used the rainbow colors, red, orange, yellow, blue, green. And so I did really like the colors that came with it. But you do have to use a lot of them versus the expensive brand, what is it, Tommy Holt, or I can't remember the name of the brands. I just buy them. So it came with that kit, and this is how the white resin dropped. So it did perform a little bit better than the cheapest stuff that I could buy. It still doesn't really drop well. I mean, it's kind of cool. Like I said, this didn't turn out too bad. It's still functional and it'll still be a gift. Also, what I did was I put in the colors as they were going, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, blah, blah, blah. Put in the colors. And then I dripped white over the top. And I probably did like 2 or 3 rounds. And then I dropped more color and then more white. So you can see that it doesn't help the more white you do. But I mean, I love the drips. So this is, maybe if I just totally saturated it with the white, but anyway, so that's that cheap white for both of those. Then this, I did not bring out the bottle, but this is the Pinata brand. This is what you see in the stores, and you can see that white, I didn't use nearly as much white as I did in this. You can see almost look at this one. You can see almost I had to use the whole bottle. Can you, there. And I probably dripped 2 or 3 times, put some color in, dripped another because I wanted to saturate it with I wanted to do it the same way that I did it here. So you can see that the expensive inks are so much better at dripping. So that is the biggest difference between the two, all the different white alcohol inks. And I love the drips. I love it when they drip down. Tell me what you think. What do you like, the drips or do you like the clear better? Do you like the drips all the way down so that it colors the whole thing? Or do you like these that only drip just a little bit? This one might not have been too bad if I could have put a lot more white in it to try to get some of those drips. Maybe this gives me a little bit more control over how deep they go, but no. And then this one says it drips to the bottom. No bueno. I did try it on coasters. Coasters are so thin that, you know, I still got this kind of a technique with it. I mean, you can kind of see the drips in there, but definitely not dripped down to the bottom like this says. This is the cheap white alcohol ink from Amazon. And so, yeah, that's the difference between the 3 different whites. I kind of want to try some more. I kind of want to test out some more. Does anybody want me to test out more products or more inks? Because I kind of had fun doing this, and I think I'm going to see what else I can come up with to try. This one, again, my favorite. The drips are crazy. I love the rainbow drips. So that's the difference between the white alcohol inks, in case you were ever curious why anybody would buy the big expensive brand. This is, yeah, I think it's like $15 for a big bottle, probably pretty comparable. And then this was, I think, $8 for 12. I think they were $7.99 for 12. And then this was a kit. I probably would be more effective if I had all of that information for you, but I don't recommend going out and buying these 2 kits. I don't recommend going out and buying these 2 from Amazon. So back to the drawing board. We're going to try some more. Thought it would be fun. I love to experiment and try and see what works and what doesn't. So let me know what you think. What is your technique? What do you like? Let me know. If you're a resin crafter, if you do, I have a lot of followers, and I follow a lot of people who do their own resin, and I would love to hear what you think. What do you think about the Pinata, the expensive brand, versus any of the other brands that you've tried? So let me know. Thanks, guys.